his belt, and that's proved to be a difficult task so far.
You know, the interesting thing about evaluating Fernando Martinez, because the fans have been hearing about him for so long, and he got that call-up last year due to injuries when he probably wasn't ready, it almost seems like, you know, it's passing him by, but where is he on his progression? I mean, is he right on schedule? Is he behind schedule? What would you say?
Well, you know what? His age is working in his favor. He's still a fairly young guy, so he's all right. He progressed at a rapid pace because he was so gifted, and then he's had his share of injuries, but his age is still working in his favor. He's not one of those guys who's been around. He's now 28, 29, in that type of range. He's still young enough to hopefully reach that potential that we all feel he has.
If you were filling out his scouting report, would you peg him as a center fielder or a corner guy?
Well, you know what? I think that depends on his health. I think that depends on what we have. I think he's talented enough that you can put him in either position. I think a lot of times, you know, if you get pigeonholed into, well, he's just a center fielder or he's just a corner, you can hamstring a kid's development. So I think you have to be open-minded, and you have to see as he progresses, gets healthy, where he might be a good fit.
The 3-2. Swung on and missed. Another strikeout for Carela. And Castillo chases the high heat.
He's going out of the zone, and that's why he's getting away with it. When he gets around the belt or a little below, he gets hammered in the first inning. Now he's going to get up out. Batavia is yet to get disciplined enough to lay off.
Back down to the farm, Bobby. Ruben Tejada opened up some eyes when he took advantage of Luis Castillo's injury. Didn't hit at the major league level, but showed some flashes defensively. What's he working on back in Buffalo, and where's he improving back down at AAA?
Well, he's working on trying to hit the ball on the ground. One of the problems he's had, and he's a little guy, but he's athletic. I was so impressed with watching him play when he was with the Mets. He's got to hit the ball on the ground, though, at his size, and learn how to manipulate the ball. You know, work a ball the other way, work a count, anticipate what the pitcher's going to try to do to him. Because even though he was hitting 280 before he got called up in AAA, which is a nice number for AAA, the major leaguers, the difference is once they find your weak spots, they're just going to go right to it and abuse you there. So what he's got to do is get the ball on the ground. Obi said that's one of the things he's working on right now, is hitting the ball on the ground, maybe working up the middle, but understanding more of what a pitcher's trying to do to him. And I'll tell you something, at his age, which is 20, you know, I think he has a tremendous future, you know, with the Mets. I just liked what I saw with his athleticism. That part you can't teach. He's born with that, and he is good.
Howie said his age is working with him, 20 years old. How quickly do you think he could become a consistent, everyday big leaguer?
Well, you know, that's the million-dollar question. Remains to be seen. I think, you know, going back down was a good thing for him. Potentially, he'll come back up in September. There's no reason I wouldn't think not to bring him up to be around the big league club. No one else is playing anyway. But he's probably a kid who absolutely is going to play winter ball. And the progression he'll make from there, because there's quality pitching down there.
So Bergman fights one the other way for a base hit off Carela. Buffalo Bison's having a good season. Cyclones here also rocking and rolling for Wally Backman.
Yeah, Buffalo's 3 out of the wild card, and have really turned their season from last year. Last year was pretty disappointing for them, and this year they've really been very competitive. They brought in some guys. They brought in some, if you will, some professional AAA guys to play with your prospects, which is what you need. And I think it's all part of the, you know, winning is developing. So you really don't want to go out there and take your beatings. You want to win, you want to be competitive. See how guys play.
Right at Sandoval. So Carela doesn't allow a run in the 7th. The Cyclones rolling up by 9.